Quoia, I'm back again. All right. I forgot to mention to you that there was a few cards that I didn't explain. That devil card that I saw when I was shuffling your deck, that devil card is Capricorn energy. So somebody could be a Capricorn. And also, I wanted to tell you that with that King of Cups coming reverse, that represents this person was blocked because the cups represent your heart space, your heart chakra. When the King of Cups is upside down, that means that he is coming in very blocked off. This could be that this person, they pushed you away. They pushed you away because you got too close. They, you gave them a love that they never had, and so they pushed you away because it was the relationship itself was too intense. And I just feel like this is someone who also has blockages when it comes to their heart chakra. That could stem from childhood. That could, stem from the fact that they had a parent that was absent, deadbeat dad, deadbeat mother, and they created blockages to protect themselves, and so that people wouldn't get too close to them so they wouldn't get hurt. Now the problem with that is that when we become adults, we still can carry that same type of baggage into our personal relationships, which I feel that this person has done with you. Okay. And so they pushed you away because you were just such a bright light and at a frequency that they never experienced. They never had anyone like you in their love life. They never met anybody like you. And so you got too close to them and they ran. Tell me more, Spirit. Now, this is another oracle deck. I like the oracles because I like to just peel back the layers before we even get into the tarot, just to give a preview of what's going on. All right, Spirit, please show me what I need to see. Played out. Played out. Somebody could have played track, ran track in high school or in college. Could be you or them. Doesn't have to be. But this person, I feel you look at them like they're played out. You look at them like in disgust. I'm getting a very much a disgust that you have for this person. Where you used to care about them, now you're just like, are you really acting like this? This is your attitude towards them. Is this really who you are? Because I feel that they showed you a totally different side of them when you met them. And then by the time this thing was over, you didn't know who you were talking to or who you were dealing with. Because this person turned out to be the complete opposite. They turned out to be a disappointment. And for you, it's like you feel like they're too old to be acting the way, too grown to be acting the way they do. And it's just, you're done. You're done. You don't have any more energy for it. And I feel like you're at your wit's end is what I just heard. You don't know what to do because this person has really shown you something you didn't expect to see in them. Tell me more, Spirit. Same shit, different day. This is somebody who does not learn their lessons. You could have went through the same thing over and over, Quoia, with this person where they continued, even if you told them, listen, I'm getting tired of you doing X, Y, and Z. It's pushing me away. You're going to lose me if you could have said this to them. And this person would say, okay, I'm not going to do it no more. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to fix it. And then turn around and do the same thing over again. And they'll be good for maybe a week or two and then right back to the same shit. Maybe they, were good for a month even. But still, they repeated the same. And I said, we talked about it in the beginning, the cycles. That's called a cycle, right? When someone keeps doing the same thing after you told them you don't like it. And this is what this person did. So with them, it was the same shit. Only thing that changed was it was a different day with them. Because they came with the same energy. They never did change, even though they made promises that they would. And that's what frustrates you. That somebody could smoke, because I'm looking at this card and it looks like a L, like a blunt. Right here. Looks like a blunt. So somebody could be a smoker. No judgment. I used to smoke. But I just see that this person, I just heard they could be lazy. And part of their laziness and that stagnation that they have could be because they smoke. They may just smoke and like to chill and lack that motivation that you have. They don't have the same drive possibly that you have. And that's another thing. We talked about in the beginning with the devil card. Addictions, they could be a smoker. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. Romantic love affair, sex fix, secret lover. This is what this person did. So while you were being faithful to them, I see Spirit is showing me that this person had a whole nother lover on the side, that for them it was like they got their fix. They wanted to be greedy. They wanted to be selfish. They wanted what they wanted. They only thought about themselves when they decided to creep with this other person on you. Of course, I'm just getting that, this is someone that it started off just a fling, and then they wound up having feelings for this person. They wound up actually catching feelings for this person. When it started off as like a one night stand, or, just a little jump off, they wound up really actually having feelings for this person. And so it was a love affair that they had on the side. This is what you found out about. You see how it says secret lover? It wasn't a secret no more because you found out about it. And that's why it said in the beginning that they got caught. You caught them. Either you caught them physically, you could have seen them actually laid up with somebody. God forbid they were in your house or they were in their house. But either you seen this, or like I said, your intuition told you. Tell me more, Spirit. Love triangle. Look. Third party. Multiple lovers. Choices. Remember we talked about this person not being able to make a decision, not choosing you. And that was part of the issue. The fact that you felt that this person was in two minds. And if you're anything like me, if it's between me and another person, choose them. Because I want somebody who, and you feel the same way. I'm getting that from you. As I'm channeling your energy and theirs. You want somebody who knows that they want you and only you. And you don't want to have to guess or second guess this person or look over your shoulder. And this person had a love triangle. They had a third party, just like I said in the beginning. And they opened up the door for another person to come in. So it just wasn't you and them and the connection anymore. They could have had more than one person that they were laid up with. Unfortunately, they created all these choices. They had multiple choices in love. And I feel each person that they were dealing with, they got different things out of this person. Okay? Maybe one of the for example, maybe they had somebody who they had sex with. The next person, they had someone who gave them money. The next person would cook for them. The next person they would have conversations with, and they needed to vent, and they would vent to this person. So they had someone for every situation, every scenario. Bottom of the deck, into you. Good chemistry, great vibes, and positive. Now look at this. This is what they had with you. But yet they were selfish and greedy. And just having you wasn't enough. They needed multiple lovers. Even though the chemistry between you two, I can see how strong it was. And this is how you guys would be laid up. Netflix and chill. They would come to your house. You would go to their house. Maybe you guys lived together. And the vibes were always like really dope. You felt comfortable with them. They felt comfortable with you. And it was just, you thought that everything was going fine. And then you got like just sidetracked. You got the shock of your life when you found out that this person was doing all of these things. Let's pull another one, Spirit. Bad reputation. You see how she's smoking? Like I said, somebody smokes. I don't know. It could be you or them. But I feel it's them. And they could have a bad reputation. People could have came to you and said, Quoia, you might not want to deal with this guy or this girl. I don't know if it's a female or a male, but they came to you possibly, or you could have known about their past. You could have heard about their history in relationships. Maybe you knew they were a player, but you seen something in them and you gave them a chance. But this is someone who's very attractive. You could have, something about their eyes really caught you. Very attractive. They get a lot of attention from the opposite sex. I do see that. But this character here is sitting with their legs wide open. So this could have been, Spirit is saying this is someone who is very lustful and very sneaky as well. And whatever they could get away with without you knowing, they would do it. And they would test the limits. And this is somebody who didn't know how to tell people, no, I'm in a relationship. I can't do that. I can't take your number. I can't talk to you. Yeah, they didn't know how to draw that line and create a boundary.